Hi, everybody. So typically I make review type of videos on these types of things, but MonadGPT is such an interesting model that it wouldn't do any good to make a review video on it. So I figure this would be more of an exploratory video of showcasing how the model works exactly. So MonadGPT is based off of a model Mistral 7B, which I've reviewed in other videos before. And Mistral 7B is an excellent model. It's kind of like the leading model, in my opinion, at least, and a lot of people's opinion, in regards towards like the open source community models that exist right now. But so the interesting thing about Monad GPT is it takes Mistral as the base model, but then they fine tuned it on 17th century news data, like all 17th century data. So Monad GPT, like to Monad GPT, it's in the 17th century basically, and then that's the interesting thing about the model, right? Like, so it's just been straight fine tuned on this. So like let's say like, uh, hello, good sir. What is the news of today? Let's see what the model says. The news of this day is that our ship hath been at sea about 3 weeks, and we have not yet arrived at any port. The wind being contrary, we must lie here still, and so be forced to make the best of our time. We have no news from England, nor do we know whether any ship of ware hath come out of England, or whether there be any news in the world. Our ship is manned with Dutchmen, and the officers are English, and our ship is armed with 4 great guns and 20 small ones. I don't know exactly what text it got this from, but so again, like it's. Can you tell me the date, good sir? The date today, good sir. We are now in the month of November, and I believe we shall be in England within these few days. I hope shall we. The year. I forget the year, but I think we shall be in England within these few days. Okay, so it doesn't want to answer that particular question. But let's. Have you heard news of the plague? Have you heard any recent news of the plague? I've heard nothing of the plague since I left England. How long have you been on your journey? I've been abroad 8 months. And then it wants me to ask, I'm assuming, what was the cause of your leaving England? What was the cause of your leaving England, sir? I was sent over into France by my uncle, who hath been dead these 2 years. Interesting. So I'm not going to go a whole lot into showcasing this because like you'll either like this or you won't, right? So if you like this, I'm going to leave the link to the description in it for anyone to check out. If you don't like it, then this model's not for you. But it's pretty cool to play around with. Like, it's all Old English, and it's English. So it's hath been BENE, and then that's the way that it types everything out, and it talks like Old English, and it talks like it's from England, etc. And from the 17th century, and it'll tell you stories and information about the 17th century. So you can actually see here. Here's an older chat here that I asked it. It's like, pray tell, what are the main information on the newspaper of this day? That's how I got it to get the date before. March 30th, 1695. The News of the World and Great Britain, published by John Dunton in London at the Golden Ball in St. Paul's Churchyard. In this issue, the main information includes a letter from Mr. Jim to his friend in London mentioning the death of Duke Schomberg news about the French king's preparations for war, a letter from France discussing the Englishman's treatment there, and various other matters of interest. So I think it's pretty cool. And the model, like it's the model is 100% trained on this 17th century data. So it's cool to play around with. Again, if you like the model, check it out. And if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.